especially
No,
in tournament games. Like
you know,
this?
I think if you look at, and it's another reason why I think we're a postseason team. We're 83 in KenPom. We're like 83 in tournament. For the first time in 10 years, we're a top 100 team, right? And again, it's been a challenging year. Certainly disappointing in spots. Certainly disappointing in some of these close games, but. When you look at the adversity of an injury to our only all-conference player, basically for the month of February, and how we've competed, and the idea that we are a top 100 team, really been a top like 75 team all season. I think when Slim got hurt after the St. Louis game, we were 61 in KenPom. So, I think our schedule has actually allowed for those metrics, right? It's allowed because of the way we competed against really good teams. It's allowed for that. So if you think about, and I'm disappointed that, again, some of these close games couldn't have gone the other way, and maybe I could have helped those guys in different ways in those moments. We could have used a little help from others as well, but like 222 in KenPom when I get here 4 years ago, and now we're in the top 100 all year. My hope is that we can go from in the 80s to in the 40s, or and to play a difficult schedule, to do that, you have to play a difficult schedule, you have to perform well against that schedule. And so we're the 4th highest rated net rating team in the league. Depending on what Dayton does here today, we could be the 3rd highest rated net rating team in the league. There's not many teams outside of the Power 5 that are in the top 85 of the metrics like we are. So I do think we're a very good team. I think our luck, our injury luck, some self-inflicted, some not, is why our record isn't gaudy. But I think when you look at our schedule as a whole, and if you look at that team sheet, they talk about the amount of quad 1, quad 2, quad 3, quad 4 games. Again, we weren't perfect. We had some couple quad 4 losses, but across the board, I think we found balance with our schedule for the first time, like since I've been here. We tried to schedule a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, Coach, Will O'Connell, GW Hatchet. So obviously, as you were, just to expand on your point about the KenPom thing, when you 220 when you got here.
222, yeah.
222 when you got here, 83 right now. Obviously, through those years, I would say that the quality of recruits and the quality of transfers coming in has been improved year after year.
Yeah.
And with guys like Rafael Castro leaving, with obviously all the uncertainty with the modern day NIL transfer portal, what would you say your biggest priorities in this to get this team as good as it can for next season? What do you think you guys need the most?
Yeah, I think you got to evaluate your roster, obviously, and we have great support institutionally right now. First figuring out, okay, what does our own roster look like? Obviously going to have to replace, a big guy in Rafael Castro, a guard, Trey Dinkins, a forward in Tyrone Marshall in that sense. But yeah, it's probably maybe a little bit different than other years where last year I think we sort of knew exactly who was back and all that, like earlier, than even the tournament. I think there's probably a lot to dive into for everyone. The portal opens later, so it gives you a little bit more time, gives everybody a little bit more time there. But again, I think that as we try to build a roster, you try to build a roster that fits and works well together. And again, I think this team did at times, certainly offensively, we made big improvements defensively as the year went on. But obviously, there's a gap between where we are and where we need to be, and we'll be looking to fill that gap with obviously returners and then who might be coming in.
And then 24-point lead against Fordham yesterday, a 21-point lead today. Would you say that the difficulties in keeping a large lead is more psychological? Do you think it's adjustment based? What do you think the problem is?
Yeah, they're always a little bit different. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well in the second half in either game. We were at the rim quite a bit in the second half, and I think shot 4 free throws. You're not going to beat St. Louis by 24 points or whatever, 21 points, right? At least I didn't think we were going to be able to do that today, especially coming off the loss they had against Mason. Robbie only played 12 minutes. If Robbie plays 12 minutes tonight, we'll probably have a different outcome, obviously, right? So, I think the challenge today was we never got to the bonus. They're on the free throw line And they then get to set their very good defense. We're never in transition. And so you're playing against a really good defense, and then you're putting an excellent free throw shooting team on the line. And we shot, 18 or 19 times at the rim in the second half. We shot 4 free throws. So, and it started very early. Started very early in the half where we, got some fouls and got Slim in foul trouble pretty early in the half. Got his 4th foul pretty early. So it's just hard to play against them if their defense gets to be set every single time. And that felt like that was the case. And then again, they're explosive in transition. So if you miss shots at the rim, they can get out. They get out in the open court on you, and they did. And yet, we're up 1 with 1:23 left, and we foul again. So then we get the ball back, I think, down 1, another shot at the rim. No foul. Missed the shot. So that was a challenge for us, certainly in the second half.
George Templeton from Rams Rewind. I was kind of going to ask about that as well, because you had 17 foul shots in the first half. The live score here says 3. It was 4.
Oh, it was 3 actually. Yeah.
And it just felt like you weren't able to get quality inside touches and quality drives into the paint.
I think we'll have to watch. I mean, we were there 19 times. I don't know if some of them weren't quality, I'm sure, but I bet some were. So, yeah.
Last question in front.
David Kaplan, Beyond the Box Score podcast. Coach, talk about Trey's performance, again, with his father being on field at Syracuse, talk about any discussion you had with him pregame and just the intestinal fortitude that he showed today.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit about it throughout the year because I know he's, him and his family were feeling it. And we spoke on the bus yesterday, the day before, I guess, on our way to practice. I just told him, he should be proud of his dad. There's very few people that are in the arena like we are, and Red Autry has been in the arena a long time as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, following a legend. Probably not given what you need to succeed at a place that has very, very high expectations. And I told him that his dad handled himself with class, and that he should be proud of him. And that these are hard things in life. They're real, but that there's no hanging your head. That things that this is a hard business. I always encourage people not to get into coaching, but that he should be proud of his dad for being in that arena. Very difficult task, and probably a little bit under-resourced to do it.
All right, thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.